As real estate professionals, we hear lots of different titles for ourselves. We hear realtor, broker, agent, but there are actually subtle differences between these titles. Stay tuned and learn what differentiates these titles from each other. Hi, my name is Tyree Schaefer. So what's the difference between an agent and a broker, and even a realtor? To get started, the California Department of Real Estate has two official distinctions for real estate professionals, a salesperson and a broker. A real estate agent can be either a salesperson or a broker, but a lot of times we're referring to a salesperson. A salesperson has to be at least 18 years old and can't have committed any serious crimes. They also have to take 3 college-level real estate courses in order to qualify for the written exam. And once they pass this test, they'll get their license. Salespeople can't work on their own, however. They have to work under an individual broker or for a brokerage. Brokers have more intense requirements to become licensed, so they're able to guide other agents when they have questions. Once agents are affiliated with a broker, they can help their clients buy, sell, or lease any property in the state of California. Since California is such a big state, and real estate is such a broad industry, it's typical for most agents to find a specific market area to specialize in, and even a certain type of real estate to specialize in, such as commercial or residential. When it comes to compensation, agents are typically paid a commission, which means they get a percentage of the sales price for the property that their client is either buying or selling. It's important to note that agents aren't paid directly. The money goes to the brokerage, and then based on the individual split that agent has with the company, the brokerage pays them after closing. Now, as their careers progress, agents can choose to become brokers after 2 active years of sales. Many agents choose to remain salespeople for the duration of their careers, though, because being a broker has more intense requirements. Now, as I've mentioned, brokers can also be considered agents, but they're licensed to a higher degree than salespeople. And this is because their education and experience requirements are more rigorous. While a salesperson only has to complete 3 college-level courses, a broker has to complete 8 college-level courses in order to qualify for their exam. And in addition to the education requirement, there's also an experience requirement needed to qualify. And this requirement can be satisfied in several ways. The first way, as I mentioned earlier, is for an agent to be active in sales full-time for 2 years. By the Department of Real Estate's definition, this means 40 hours per week of activities that require a real estate license. So this can include helping your clients buy or sell, hosting open houses, or anything else that might need a real estate license in order to do. For part-time agents, their activity is given credit on a prorated basis. So if someone were to do 20 hours per week instead of 40, they would get half of the credit and it would take them twice as long to meet the experience requirement. Another way to meet the requirement is through higher education. Having a major or a minor in real estate exempts applicants from both the education and experience requirement. Since you'd be taking the required courses in college that are needed to qualify for the exam, the Department of Real Estate deems these as an acceptable method. It's important to note, though, that these majors and minors have to be earned through a 4-year accredited university and not a 2-year college. Being a member of the California State Bar can also exempt you from the education requirement. Because lawyers are required to have knowledge of property law, their law school education is deemed to be enough to satisfy the education requirement. However, because the law doesn't relate to real estate directly in all cases, lawyers still have to have 2 years of experience as an active sales agent before they're able to qualify for their broker exam. In addition to these exemptions, there are also other types of real estate experience that can satisfy the experience requirement. Working for 2 years as an escrow, title, or loan officer, for example, is one way to do this. If you've worked as a subdivider or an appraiser of real property for 2 years, you can also satisfy this requirement. And if you've worked as a licensed agent in another state or another country, you're also satisfying the requirement here. Once applicants meet these requirements and pass their tests, they become a broker and are able to practice real estate on their own in the state of California. Many brokers will open their own brokerages and hire agents to work under them. This allows them to earn money directly from deals and also get a split of deals from any agent that does work for their office. If a broker doesn't want to start their own company, they can become a broker associate and work under another brokerage. And this means that while they're licensed as a broker, they're working in the capacity of a salesperson for another responsible broker. So now we know that a broker is an agent, but an agent isn't necessarily a broker. But what's a realtor? A realtor is any licensed real estate professional who's a member of the National Association of Realtors, which is a trade organization for real estate professionals in the United States. Both brokers and agents can be realtors, as well as other professionals like appraisers and property managers. The National Association of Realtors also has a strict code of ethics that its members are required to follow, and these are often stricter than requirements set by the Department of Real Estate. In addition, the National Association is also broken down into state and local associations, which realtors are also required to be a part of. In California, we have the California Association of Realtors. And under the California Association are lots of local associations which are organized by city, county, or other regional divisions. It's important to note that not all agents join the National Association of Realtors and are therefore not realtors. But the National Association of Realtors is the most respected association for real estate professionals in the country, so you can be sure that if your agent is a realtor, you're working with a qualified professional. With all of the overlap between agents, brokers, and realtors, it's easy to see why our titles get mixed up. But hopefully this video helps you understand a little better what each title means and how they differentiate us. Thank you so much for watching, and if you did find this video helpful, please hit that like button. I'd also appreciate you subscribing to the channel if you want to learn more about real estate. And as always, if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to me through Instagram or email. They're linked down below, and I'll catch you in the next video.